morning on the slopes of Mount Warning in the far northeastern corner of New South Wales, and the woofers are already at work. I'd heard of but never met one of this tribe, and I was intrigued by stories of these quiet achievers working for nothing more than their beliefs and the future of the planet. So I went bush to find some. The farm sits in a valley in the hills near Murwillumbah, and woofers are an integral part of the chain of production. Woofers are volunteers from all over not only Australia but the world, and their motives for doing what they do are as varied as they are similar. This dedication is not without its sacrifices. The accommodation is rustic and simple, but it is a reflection of the lifestyle, which is in itself part of the attraction. And attractive it is to the large numbers of people who participate. Willing Workers on Organic Farms has grown from simple beginnings in the UK to a worldwide network of organic producers, and the workers who help them in return for basic accommodation and food. The non-profit organisation has been running here for 20 years, and there are now 1,300 host farms in Australia. In a time when the dominant ideology is that of taking what and when you can, woofers are doing their best to contribute to society and the planet. This does not always sit well with the attitudes of contemporary government, no matter how much they might pontificate about mutual obligation. Old perceptions about counterculture still colour official attitudes to volunteer work that is not controlled by conservative or religious organisations. This is no barrier to the crew at Mount Warning, who are indeed acting locally.
Hi, I'm Lisa and I'm from Benalla.
G'day, I'm Robbie, I'm from Melbourne and I'm woofing at Mount Warning with Adam.
Yeah, g'day, I'm Adam. I first come up here in September as a woofer, and I fell in love with the place and haven't been able to leave yet, and I've now gone into partnership with Johnny growing veggies, and we're just starting to do quite well out of it, and with help from a few other woofers, doing pretty good.
Hi, I'm Heather Allerton. I've only been woofing once, and it was about a month ago, and it was here at Hidden Valley, Mount Warning, and I found out through my sister-in-law who had a friend that told her about it, and she rang up and told me, and I said I was coming, and it was just a life-changing experience.
Okay, well, I'm Arnold Brouw. I'm from the Netherlands, and I've been travelling to New Zealand and Australia. I started woofing in New Zealand, been woofing at a couple of different places, and I ended up here in Australia woofing for about a month now. Having a good time, doing different things at every place where you go woofing, and learn a lot about living with nature, living in the bush, and it's excellent.
My name's John Morganlow. I've lived here for the last 20 years, and I'm an organic farmer. There are quite a few people that come here that believe that this is the right way to produce food and to, I can't say make a living, right? Because it's very difficult for somebody to get a plot of land to produce organic food on, unless you already have it, because it's so expensive. You know, like real estate values are over the moon.
Especially around here.
Especially in this area, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you were to go to Burke or somewhere like that, you could get it fairly cheap, but then you've got, how do you get your stuff to market? What do you do with it? We don't seem to work on the principle that we need to feed people locally.
The future for me is basically to build up skills, to learn how to farm organically, and to learn how to build, and there's millions of different skills that you don't learn every day to day just sitting around at home or down in the city to look like, an office job or anything like that. You just can't learn that sort of stuff, and you come out and people teach you how to do it, and then you take it away with you, and when you've got the opportunity you can do it for yourself. You learn way more out here, way more.
Right. And you're going to go back and do something with it sooner or later. You're going to go, right, I'm going to go back to the...
Yeah, I'll probably go back and get a full-time job and earn some money and buy a bit of land and try and apply some of the things I've learned. My goal, that's my aim. Yeah, it's a sort of like a sharing thing. They provide the house and the accommodation and the food and showers and all that sort of thing, and we do around about 4 hours work for them every day.
That's 7 days?
That's 7 days, and you can, if they're nice people and you can work out, you can work maybe 8 hours and then have a day off, or they might give you a day off anyway.
My job prospects have broadened immensely since I started woofing. Just with the knowledge that I have and practical skills that I have, and even social skills of just meeting so many wonderful people and things like that. But woofing is also really fantastic just because you don't need the money, and the whole thing is really based on trust. And what you sort of walk into a family and you become a part of the family, a part of sort of their working day. And in exchange for that, you're sort of welcomed in and given food. So if worst does come to worst, you can always just stay on somewhere while you're woofing. But there are the long-term benefits of, employment opportunity and things like that that are fantastic. I went into Centrelink the other day and got the runaround, so I'm still a bit confused about what happened there. Maybe they don't see this as working or community service, which I beg to differ greatly. I really can't see why they won't let me on the dole while I'm doing this, because I don't see the difference between this and the community hours that the government prescribes anyhow.
So, in your mind, you are fulfilling mutual obligation?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. I don't know if it bothers me that much that the government doesn't have to get involved in it, because it's a beautiful organisation as it is. But if it definitely helps people out, if they can get the dole while they're working on these farms, then I don't see any reason why they shouldn't at all.
So do you get any of the other benefits that an unemployed person would get, such as a healthcare card and all that, or are you sort of totally off the books?
Totally off the books. Totally off the books and totally on the land. I don't want to participate and condone a society that isn't healthy for myself. I don't think that's fair to say that I have to go back to society in a job, wherever it may be, that makes me unhealthy by living in the city, or just by using, say, if I was to work in a commercial farm, using pesticides and things like that.
Okay, final question. How long will you keep doing this?
That's a question I've been asking myself. I could do it for a long, long time, I think. But at the moment, even what I've learnt here with Adam, I'm pretty keen to get home and sort of dig up Mum's and veggie gardens and plant some more trees and sort of get my local area going. But I'm just so happy doing what I'm doing at the moment that I could probably keep going for quite some time, years, years and years.
Give us that again. Where were you born?
In a battery chook pen.
And your mum was what, working there or feeding them?
Feeding them.
Here, Mum.
and she couldn't make it to the hospital.
She just batted
And
me
so I was
out.
delivered in the chook house.
And you've had an aversion to chook shit ever since, is this correct?
And yeah, I have, and that's why we don't use any animal manures on the farm at all, because I just don't agree with
Makes
the...
me peckish.
Oh, very good. Very dry.
Yeah,
I think that's a fabulous story,
yep,
and it's touched me deeply.
yeah.